So it's 3 a.m. and she is woken up once more for the seventh, eighth night in a row, she said, with crazy neck pain. All of this just burning and on fire, and nothing she could do was helping. She tried stretching, she tried different pillows, she tried anti-inflammatories, she tried, stacking all these pillows in a little fort around her in a bunch of different positions, and nothing was helping. So she came to me and she's like, Dr. Vicky, what do I do? Why is this happening? Why has this been going on for like a week, week and a half? Every night I'm waking up at 3 a.m. with this stupid pain that won't go away. What do I do to start getting some relief? So, if this sounds familiar, this video is for you. We're going to go into why do these pains come up, especially that pain in your neck. And I'm not talking about your significant other. Why does that pain in your neck wake you up in the middle of the night, and how can you start to get some relief right away? If you're new to my world, welcome. I'm Dr. Vicky, general chiropractor for people as well as pets. I'm a Reiki healer and I'm a mind-body coach. What that means is I'm here to help you get from where you are to the life you really want to be living instead. Faster, easier, and with less effort, because we're not just addressing the base chief complaint that you're coming in with, the surface level symptom. We got to go deeper than that. Because, okay, there's neck pain, but why? Why is it there? If we're just putting a band-aid over it, if we're just putting some electrical tape over your car's check engine light, it's not going to solve the problem. Yeah, you won't see the light anymore. You won't see the indication that there is a challenge, but there's still something going on under the hood. So we need to figure out what the true cause is, what the real why is, so that you can have real relief and resolution that actually lasts. So, to get the best outcome, you need to know why. Why is this coming up? So, why could this neck pain that's waking my patient up in the middle of the night, every night, maybe it's waking you up in the middle of the night, every night, why could this be happening? For a lot of folks, especially this year, 2020 has been crazy. Stress. And I'm not talking just the mental and emotional stress. The mental and emotional stress is a huge component, because what our minds and hearts experience, our bodies show. Our bodies are a huge indicator of what's going on in here and in here. So that mental and emotional stress shows up in the physical. It shows up as all of this muscle tension, and you get tight and sore muscles. And it can show up as physical stress, because a lot of us are doing work from home setups, or we're working crazy hours because everybody's understaffed at the office or at the store, and we're just under so much mental, physical, and emotional stress. Always, but this year especially. And now we just got out of election stress. We're about to go into holiday stress and worrying about taking care of everybody during the holidays and keeping everything as safe and as heartwarming and as connecting as possible, while still saying safe and separate. And is this person taken care of? Is that person taken care of? We're not taking care of ourselves so much. All of this starts to pile up. So, what this leads to, that mental, emotional, and physical stress, that leads to muscles being tight and sore, and that can be part of it. It can also lead to those muscles yanking the joints off track, and now the joints are stuck and not moving like they're supposed to. And that can cause a whole bunch of pain that's not getting resolved and keeps staying stuck because those joints are stuck. It's kind of like your sliding closet door in your bedroom. The door is on a track. Your joints are on a track. They're supposed to move in a certain range of motion fluidly and easily with very little effort. But sometimes there's a buildup of stuff. There's a buildup of junk in that closet that gradually over time starts pushing and pushing on that door until now it's getting kind of hard and getting kind of sludgy. It's hard to slide that door. It doesn't glide very easily until eventually there's so much stuff that it's now knocked the door off track and it doesn't want to slide at all. Or sometimes we get up at 3 o'clock in the middle of the night because our necks hurt and we're stumbling through the dark to get to the bathroom for that bottle of ibuprofen, and we trip over the shoes that somebody left in the hall, and we stumble into the closet door, and now we've really knocked it off track all in one fell swoop. That happens too. We, in the healthcare world, we call this micro traumas and macro traumas. Is it the little stuff that's built up, the little nagging thought that keeps nagging over and over again, the repetitive motion of typing on your keyboard day in and day out at a terrible setup at your kitchen table, or is it something more major, like you got hit by a car, or you tripped over the dog, stuff like that. Big stuff, little stuff. But what that means is that all of that combined, my closet door's not sliding so well, if at all. It needs some help. Otherwise, when you need it to move well, like at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're trying to sleep, it's not going to. And it's going to cry and it's going to squeal and it's going to wake you up because it hurts like crazy. So, because we've got all of these components, we've got not just the muscles, we've also got joints involved in most cases too. The stretches I'm going to go into here in a minute for you are going to help you start to get relief, especially at 3 o'clock in the morning. But they're not going to be enough. You also need gentle chiropractic care to help get those joints, get that closet door back on its proper track easily and with less effort so that things don't keep grinding. Because if you got to really muscle that closet door to get it to open because it's not tracking right, your arm's going to get a little sore if you keep doing that over and over and over again. We can keep massaging the shoulder, but it's not going to fix the closet door. We got to fix the closet door too. We got to get the joints back on track while we're also relaxing the muscles that have been overtaxed and overworked and are hurting. So, before we go into those stretches, if this sounds like it makes sense to you, that you need both the muscles and the joints to be doing what they're supposed to be at their very best, that you can finally get some resolution that really lasts, go ahead and reach out to me now. Give me a phone call or send me a text message with the word consult to 636-751 3150, because I'm pretty sure chiropractic care is going to help. I just don't know if I'm the right fit to be working with you because I'm not the right fit for everybody. So let's have a quick no charge phone consultation and figure out if I'm the right fit to be helping you. Okay. Now let's dive into those stretches that you can do at 3:02 in the morning after you've woken up from all of this neck pain to start to get some relief until you can get in to see someone for that gentle chiropractic care for that real resolution. Now, I have to make all of the medical disclaimers whenever I give stretching advice. Do not do these if your doctor has said not to. If you do these stretches and they hurt, stop. You should feel a gentle stretch. You should not feel extra pain. If it hurts, stop. And it's kind of like how the lawyers all have to do the disclaimers of the choice of a lawyer should not be left based solely upon advertising, yada yada. Same thing with medical and healthcare folks, is we should be giving out these disclaimers. Do what is comfortable in your body to start getting some relief, and do not do things that another professional has told you not to do unless you have talked to a specific professional. If you're concerned, bring these stretches up to your healthcare provider to make sure they're right for you. Okay. Stretches. What can we do to start getting some relief if we've woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning? The first set of stretches are super easy. You can do these while you're still sitting up in bed. Do go ahead and sit up. Don't stay laying down to do these stretches. These are some very gentle neck stretches. They're called your ranges of motion, or I sometimes call them the cardinal directions, because we're going to be moving kind of in the same directions as a compass. The compass on a map. So we're going to start tucking our chin toward our chest. And it's not, keeping your neck straight and flexing straight down. We want to stretch these muscles across the back of our neck. So you want to curl your neck to where you feel a nice gentle stretch from the base of your skull down almost into your shoulder blades. And then very gently come back up. And then we're going to do the opposite direction. I'm going to make sure my headset doesn't fall off. But you're going to tip your chin up to where you stretch the front of your neck and then slowly bring that back. Now we're going to slowly turn our head over one shoulder. That stretches all of this, stretches a little bit in the back of the neck as well. And slowly turn over the other shoulder. Really want to make sure your shoulders are down for these. And then come back to center. And then slowly tip your head to the side. Now, if you're like me and you've had a lot of whiplash or you have a lot of arthritis in your neck, my neck is about 30 to 40 years older than I am because I was a bad driver when I was a teenager and I had way too many whiplashes. But if your neck is really stiff because there's some anatomical changes in there over time, you might not be able to really tip your head very far. I've been working on it so I can go pretty decently considering the shape that my neck is in. But if you start to notice your head starts to turn, then you've already gone past your range of motion, your normal range of motion for side tipping. So bringing your ear towards your shoulder with your shoulders down, just to the point where it feels like a comfortable stretch on the side without your head trying to turn and cheat the motion to get you feeling like you're going further. So it's a side tilt and then come back up, and then a side tilt the other way and come back up. All of those motions should be very smooth and fluid within your comfortable range. You don't want to push into pain. You are probably going to feel a little uncomfortable as you're doing a stretch because you're already in pain because he woke you up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But it should not feel worse. You should feel like this is a gentle, good stretch that is helping. And if it starts to feel worse, stop. Don't keep going. So to recap on those stretches, on your cardinal directions, on your ranges of motion, it's going to be tilting your chin down to stretch the back of your neck. Slowly coming up and tilting your chin up to stretch the front of your neck. And coming back to center, turning your chin over one shoulder, coming back and over the other side, coming back to center and tilting to the side, and back the other way. And each of those stretches, go as far as you can, hold it in that max position. Again, what's comfortable for you, hold it there for, I like to say 3 deep breaths or 20 seconds, whatever is more comfortable to you, or until you need to tap out if it's less time. If it starts to get too uncomfortable, go ahead and back off. But keep all of those movements gentle and fluid. One other stretch you can do, especially if your neck pain is starting to get some headache wrapping up and around along with it, is go grab a water bottle or a can of soda or a rolling pin, whatever you happen to have, and lay flat on your back in the floor. Make sure your shoulders are touching the floor, and take this round thing, whether it's your water bottle or your can of soda or your rolling pin, and you're going to place it crossways underneath the hollow of your neck. And imagine I'm laying on my back. Your shoulders are going to be touching the floor, and you want to do your best to let the back of your head touch the floor as well. Now, if you're in a lot of pain, or if you've had a lot of things gone on to where you're really stuck in this forward head position, where your ears are really more over your toes instead of over your shoulder, you might not be able to get your head on the floor. If that's the case, grab some washcloths or a folded up towel to fill in the space between your head and the floor so that you're resting your head, so that these muscles in the front aren't trying to hold up that bowling ball. Lay on the floor, shoulders on the ground, water bottle under your neck, head on the ground or on some washcloths that are on the ground, and just lay there and let everything relax into that nice stretch on the back of your neck. And hang out there for 5 to 10 minutes, or again, less if you need to come up sooner. It should all feel very gentle. Now, after you've done your range of motion stretches, you've done your water bottle stretch, you should be starting to feel some relief, but it's not going to be enough to really make it go away and really make that resolution last. So once the real morning rolls around, this woke you up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can send me a text. I'm not going to see it until I get up and start my day, but reach out to me so that we can get you started with that no charge consultation to see if I'm the right fit for you to get you lasting resolution with gentle chiropractic care. Again, that number for leaving me a voicemail or leaving me a text message is 636 751 3150. Let's get you out of this pain that's waking you up in the middle of the night and get you to being the very best you that you can possibly be. Because when you're better, when you're a little higher up that journey, up that mountain, you're able to help out the people who are stuck back behind you, able to reach out and give them a hand and help make the world a better place because you're better. So let's get you better. Go out there and have a fantastic day. Bye now.